See, recently I purchased an Amazon returns pallet and I just turned it into a $500 a month passive income stream using a really cool method. And the best part is that it doesn't take a whole lot of money to get started with this method. So stick around.
Now, before we go any further, let me show you the proof. All right, so here we are. We're inside my Amazon dashboard here, and to show you that this isn't some sort of inspect element or anything like that, we're going to go in and we're actually just going to change the dates. We're going to show yesterday's sales, which yesterday was kind of a down day, but we're going to come into here, custom date ranges. My first video on the pallet went up to January 8th, and then we're going to show February to the 14th. We're going to apply that. Now, as you can see, that is a lot more than $500 a month, but I've attributed only 500 of it to the pallet items. So what I've done here to prove that these items came from my pallet sale, I'm going to show the download reports. I downloaded a spreadsheet, and then what I did, this is actually all the raw data from my spreadsheet, or from my sales data from Amazon. And then what happened is I actually created a formula that's going to total up. All I have to do is put in a keyword, and it's going to show me what I sold. These are the items over here that are actually on the pallet, and this is actually what they've made so far in the same data from, again, the 8th to the 14th. So we're going to come over to here, like for instance, let's say that I had the area rug. All right, all I have to do here, I created a formula to save you guys on YouTube a ton of time. I can go area rug, and again, it would just total up. I had $76 in area rug sales. So what I did was I just copied and put it over here. I put router bits. Again, same thing, $17.46. So again, in the first month that I've had this pallet, I've made $495 directly from items that were bought and that were on that pallet.
Basically, when you order something off of Amazon, you obviously have the option to go and return it. And then a part of that return process is they give you a QR code. You basically take the item and the QR code, you go to a local store. It could be a Whole Foods. For me, it's Kohl's. I can go over to Kohl's, drop off the item, they scan it, and they put that item into a big cardboard box behind the register. Now, Amazon has figured it out that that particular box, it's cheaper to just liquidate and sell those items rather than sending them all the way through the supply chain and put them back on the digital shelf. That means that Amazon has millions of customer return pallets, and all full of merchandise. Some works, some doesn't. And all of that merchandise has to go somewhere. They have to sell it to somebody. So there are people who specialize in buying truckloads of these things, and then they resell them to the general public. I picked mine up from somebody local for about 400 bucks all in. It was $380 for the pallet, and it was $20 to rent a U-Haul trailer to put the pallet on so I can get it back to my house. Now, you can buy these pallets online, but a lot of times they do require a fair amount of paperwork. You have to get a reseller's license, you have to get a sales tax exemption. If I were buying someone from somebody locally, I didn't need any of that paperwork. So I found somebody local who had one, I took it right over, looked at some of the items that were on the pallet, and I said, hey, I can make money with this, so I bought it. Now, normally when you buy a returns pallet, the idea is that you're going to relist those items at a higher price than what you sold them for. This could be either in a garage sale, this could be on eBay, it could be back on Amazon as used. I'm not doing any of that. In fact, I don't even care whether or not I sell these items because I'm doing something completely different. But first, let's head over into my garage. Let's see what I got. All right, so we're here now in my garage with all the stuff that was on my pallet. So there was 54 items on the pallet. And keep in mind, my average cost per item is somewhere around $7. Now, I'm not gonna go through every single item here. I do wanna kind of show you some of the highlights, some of the things that I found that I think are either cool or some things that I think are absolutely gonna be winners. All right, so first off, we've got the whole reason why I bought this particular pallet. I saw this Mueller Ultra Temp toaster oven sticking out of the top of the box, and this is actually, again, why I bought it. It has a retail value of about 90 bucks. Now, something that was fun that I think we decided to keep was going to be this kind of conversation set of chairs. A box that was supposed to have a little end table that went with it. Somebody took the end table out of the box, but that's fine. I got 2 chairs just like this. This will be a nice little patio addition come spring. Something I thought that was absolutely cool, and I think I absolutely scored on, was this Co-Wood set of router bits. This little wooden box here actually retails for 155 bucks, which I think is insane that this was even, it's unopened, it's in the box, it still has the original wrapper on it, it was in the pallet. Now, if you open it up, you actually get, you can see it's 170 pieces of different wood router bits. All right, so we've got kind of a boring product, but something I think is absolutely gonna crush is this Extreme Comforts desk chair pad. It's boring, I tested it out, like it's okay, but it's got over 20,000 reviews and no videos. Now, I got a set of floating shelves here. I haven't actually looked up how many reviews or how much traffic, how well these things sell, what the value is, but of the standard floating shelves that what I saw were somewhere about a $40 value. Again, I'm into this for about $7. Brand new in the box. All right, so this is actually one of my favorite items on the pallet because it's something that I actually needed. This here is a pop-up canopy. Basically, you can use for tailgating, or if you're on the beach or something, you want to have some shade. This thing was a score, and I think I'm going to keep it. Now, keep in mind, this was a home goods pallet, so a lot of the items that I'm going to pull off of this pallet are things to do with the home. There's going to be a lot of homewares, deck decor, just stuff that you would normally find around your house. This is going to be an interesting video to try and make because this is a dog door for dogs up to 155 pounds. However, I don't have a dog. Next up, we've got a massive wall mirror that, well, I'm gonna have to find a spot for. But this is like a $125 mirror. Again, I'm into it for like $7. Now, I've got some assorted wedding decor. That should be an interesting video. My sister-in-law's getting married soon. Maybe you'll see this at her wedding. Now, because it's a homewares pallet, I've also got various different light fixtures. And the number one item that I think is going to be probably the best and worst item on the pallet is this. Now, this monstrous box is actually an extra wide, heavy-duty commode, which is like a $230 item, but I don't know how in the world I'm gonna get rid of this thing. Now, even though I paid maybe 5 to 10 cents on the dollar for all of this stuff, and I'm well below retail on all of it, I don't care what I resell it for, because I'm gonna make money, I'm gonna make profit on this another way. Now, as you can see from that footage, even if I got full retail value for every item on my pallet, I would not make $500 a month. I might make $1,000 once, but it wouldn't happen month in and month out, and it certainly wouldn't be passive. And let's be real, I'm not gonna get full retail on every single item. Now that brings us back to the original question. How did I turn that pile of boxes in my garage into a passive $500 a month without reselling anything? What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna take my cell phone and I'm gonna actually record product reviews of every item that's on that pallet. What I'm gonna do then is I'm gonna post those reviews directly on Amazon.com, and when somebody watches that video, if they watch for 30 seconds and then buy, I get the commission on not only that item, but every item that is in their cart. Let me show you what I mean. All right, so we're here over on Amazon.com, and we're gonna see if we start scrolling down. You may have even seen this already with your stuff. You're gonna start seeing content from everyday people. For instance, this woman over here is live streaming about her makeup. She's getting ready. You're gonna start seeing more and more content from everyday people about the products that are on Amazon. And if you go into the actual product pages, you'll start to see, this is on desktop, it might be slightly different on mobile, but you'll see if you come in, you have the normal image stack, but you'll see right down here, you've got 4 videos. Now, they're not just videos from the manufacturer, but they're also product review videos from normal people like you and me. Now, at the time that I'm filming this, Amazon actually has those videos under maintenance mode, so I can't show you what they look like, but with a little bit of movie magic, I'm gonna show you what this page should look like, where you can see the manufacturer videos at the top, as well as the regular people videos underneath. You'll see the 4 arrows pointing to those videos. All the videos that you see there are actually created by people just like you and me. And those videos are gonna sit on Amazon forever. And when somebody watches that video about that product and then buys the product, I'll get a commission on that product, as well as anything that was in their Amazon cart at the time of checkout. And hopefully that's gonna turn into commissions just like this. This is this past week. Again, the videos have been in maintenance mode on and off, so this is kind of a down week, but this is still $978 for the week. Over a long enough period of time, as long as those videos are getting views, and as long as those products are eligible on Amazon, there's almost a 100% chance I'm going to 10x my money on that pallet. So what you should do if you want to see that result and you want to get notified when the update video goes up, again, consider hitting the subscribe button and turn the bell on so you don't miss when that video gets posted. And if you want to learn how to get approved for the Amazon Influencer Program and do this with the items that are already laying around your house and not have to go out and buy anything, I got a free webinar, which I'll drop a link in the description below. You can go check it out. If you have any thoughts, drop a comment and I will see you during the update video.